Right, I'm still in the studio with Don Armitage and Karen Cook. Now, yes, we have fixed those squeaky chairs that we inadvertently were still broadcasting about, but I kept the two here for a little bit longer because I'm actually quite interested in the history of history research on the island, because I'm pretty sure that history has been recorded for much longer than the History Research Group has been doing that. Don, who else has written about history on the island, and what kind of things have been recorded?
Well, with Google and papers past and the latest thing to go online, the appendix to the journals of the House of Representatives, and also the British Museum and the Australian National Museums or libraries. There's plenty of places, plenty of sources of old manuscripts and journals that are discoverable, and I'm still discovering new stuff, going right back into the about 1820s that have been written down. I found a map. I found text and maps in an old book from 1863, written by a guy called Pym, I think, just from recollection, which locate the old steam sawmill about where the present dock headquarters are, which is new to me. I don't know whether it's new to other people, but I presume it is. And that coincides with an adjacent place being called Mill View. Obviously, they could see the mill from where they were living at the time. So there's one thing leads to another. At the same time, I'm halfway through the research on HMS Tortoise, that was a 150-foot long bark British naval ship that came out to get Carey spars in 1842, and that was parked in Nogle Cove for 6 months. And I've recently got the entire log of it, so I'm writing that up. There's Nagle's voyages on the HMS Victoria, the governor's personal brig that he used to tool around New Zealand and keep in touch with everyone, because of course there was no roads in those days, so, and no electronic communication or anything. So Nagle of Nagle's Cove was associated with that. I don't know, the Roger Beament from Hertfordshire in England. His wife is a descendant of Robert Barstow, that one of the early farmers from the mid 1840s that was in Mulberry Grove in Tryphena. A whole lot of letters were found by him being called by his wife's mother to check on the stuff in an old suitcase before she chucked it out, and he was surprised by it and has been researching it ever since. And so he's supplied 2 or 3 short stories with absolutely new information for the barrier. In one of the letters, it refers to him, Barstow, being in Tahiti after coming to New Zealand, and then he went away for a year and come back again. But one of the Maori warriors up north was in communication with the Queen of Tahiti and suggested to the Queen of Tahiti that he come over there and massacre the French, which is new to New Zealand history. I don't think anyone else in New Zealand amongst the professional historians knows any of that, but it is major stuff, really. it just goes on and on. I expect to come across and be surprised by the new stuff. I'm just glad I live in today's world of technology. It's made it so much easier.
Well, thank you, Don. Sounds like history research here on the island has got a sparkling future ahead, with lots more things to be discovered and put together and communicated to everybody out there. Well, thank you very much for coming to the studio today, Don, and also thank you to you, Karen Cook. And I look forward to the launch of the book, The True Tales, put out by the Great Barrow Island History Research Group, which is going to be taking place at Market Day on Labour Day on the 27th of October coming up. So be sure to catch it there or on the website of the group at greatbarrowlandhistory.org.